Hello Mr. Nobody fans, and welcome back after a very long break. It's been a long time since my last video. I think I did an FTP test video in July, August, I don't even remember anymore. It's been a long time. I do apologise for my absence, and the reason for that is I took the FTP test and I was very concerned with my level of fitness. Even though FTP test of 286 watts after 3 months of complete cycling is probably all right in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, I decided to just stop making videos and concentrate on cycling and having a good time and going from there. So I did that FTP test and then I did a training regime for about a month, and then I took another FTP test which bumped me up to 315. So I'm kind of back to my previous form, if not a little bit better, and we're going to finish the year with a bang. Why do I say a bang? Well, we have here a set of Favero Assioma Duo Shi. What are those, you may be asking? Well, these are Spd Sl or Shimano SPD SL Compatible Axles, and what you can do with these is take your current compatible pedal, take the body off, and then shove the body onto these axles. So today we won't be doing a technical breakdown of the parameters because I frankly don't know what I'm talking about. I just wanted to unbox these with you because I mean the box is quite big. I mean it's fairly excessive for two small axles. That's one thing I'll kind of say, but here we go. So let's open them up. The box slides and you're faced with, you have another box. You open this up and here they are. You have two axles. If I can get them off. I was a little bit concerned because the box came within another box and it was labelled with someone else's name and address, and I thought, oh, they're clearly returned, so I was worried that someone probably scammed me, but it would not appear so. So, okay. So as you can see, it's just a bare thread with the Shimano body adapter here, the traditional Favero pods, which we've come to know and love. And I can see they've not been used before because the thread lock on the axle is fresh and untouched. So that is good news for me. I am literally just opening these up for the first time, so it would have been quite an interesting video had they been used before and if I'd been given a technically second-hand or B-stock piece of product. Okay, the bearings. So one thing with pedals I'm really funny about is the bearings. They feel okay, then they're not. There's a bit of. It's probably just needs. Yeah, they're fine. They just need wearing in. This one's a bit. This one's a bit different, but anyway. So the point is, the reason why I bought these is because I have an indoor trainer, power meter, which I use profusely indoors. I mean, I do probably 90% of my miles indoors, and I wanted to have the option to be able to ride outside with power. Now, as you probably know, if you're already watching this video, power meters are extremely expensive. And the problem is there aren't many options really for the ecosystem of group sets that are currently available. So I have Shimano Tiagra on my road bike, which there's not really any power meters for. I think the lowest or the cheapest one would be a 4i or a Stages 105 crank arm based power meter for that, but I don't want to mix different bits of group sets for different other group sets for different bikes. So I figured actually a pedal-based power meter might be the option for me, simply because I can swap pedals across any bike which has a compatible thread onto any crankset, even on my BMX if I wanted to, and there wouldn't be a problem. I just have to recalibrate and off I go. So I could even use these on my mountain bike if I wanted to with the SPD SL pedals. I just have to use a road shoe. That's absolutely fine, provided I'm not doing enduro or trail riding as such, because I mean the pods are quite vulnerable, I think, but we'd have to test that. So actually I think pedal-based power meters offer a better solution because it's the point of input on the bike itself. It's one of the points of contact, or 3 points of contact. And so if the power is going through there, it just makes sense to take the power reading from the pedals, right? It's like taking the horsepower reading at the wheel versus at the crank, right? So you're literally taking it at the crank, well, basically the crank, yes. But at the axle of the pedal where the force is being applied, it would be here. So it would be the equivalent of crank horsepower on a car, I suppose. Although some people, will always argue you should take wheel horsepower or watts at the wheel, whatever. But then again, there's not that many options available for hub-based power meters that are compatible with your different bikes. So this is really, for me anyway, the most cost-effective solution to have some sort of power meter that I can transfer from bike to bike. So my road bike, my mountain bike, and maybe at some point another cross-country race bike if I do decide to go down that route. So let's continue with the unboxing. We've got the 2 axles here. I think, set of instructions. We won't be reading those. More documentation. What are these? Okay. Apparently this is labelled important, so maybe we should read that. We have power adapters, good stuff. I see they've given us a UK plug adapter. There's also an Italian one there. The good old 2-prong. And this is, don't know what this is. This isn't American. Might be French? Don't know. Anyway. We have a battery charger of sorts. And some washers, which are welcome because you need to put the washers here, I believe, so that the pod doesn't get crushed. But this is a USB based charging. So apparently before you start using them or using the pedals, you have to wake them up because they're in storage mode for transport reasons, legal stuff. So you have to plug them in, put the chargers on. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to give them a little charge because if they're in storage voltage, they're not going to be fully charged anyway. You may want to read up about storage voltage on batteries and things like that, just to help yourself understand why your battery's flat as soon as you go to use it. Basically, if you ship a product with full battery, A, it's dangerous. B, that battery will not. If it's then put in storage on a shelf ready to be sold for like, I don't know, a month, 2 months with full charge, it will destroy the battery. So that's why they're shipped in storage voltage. This is neat actually. It's quite a nice little charger. Nice. Yeah, I like that. We'll be doing this. What are we doing? I'll see what they've done. Oh, it's quite clever. Yeah, nice design. Cool. So that goes there. And then we've got a random piece of metal. Oh, it's an Allen key. Not a random piece of metal, it's an Allen key, and it's a big one at that. So if you ever, if you don't need this, you can always carry it with you and hit people with it, I suppose. But basically that's for this axle. That's a big old unit actually. Nice. But I'm pleased they've included this because it's really helpful. So yeah. Obviously read the instructions before you install them, because I think there's probably some sort of torque value that has to be applied to the pedal body before you can use them effectively. So that when you install the pedal body, you'll have to torque it here. So if you do have a torque wrench, good. If not, go and buy yourself one because I am not entirely sure if that will affect the power readings. Probably not, but it's better to just torque it up tight to the Favero specs so that your pedal body doesn't come loose and goes flying off down the road, potentially damaging your pods or something else. You know, don't want to hurt yourself. So with that, we have the pods, fairly hefty. I mean, let me go and get the scales so I can weigh them. Okay, so here we are. This is actually the scale I use to weigh my food, believe it or not. But anyway, so that's why it's a bit grubby. But yeah, so tie the weight and stick one on. It's 98 grams. So 98 grams each. We'll do that. And then we have to put a couple of washers on because, oh, that's magnetic. Don't let that happen. Do that. So about 200 grams for the pair, just for the axles, with a pair of washers to go between the crank and the pods. So with the pedal bodies, I would expect they will come to about, I don't know, 300 grams. I mean, I've got the real basic Spd SL pedals. I can't remember what they are now, the BR Shimano 540s or something. So I mean, as far as power meter goes, it's pretty light. Like I said, I just like the flexibility of being able to switch them between bikes with relative ease. Obviously, you can, you know, take this big nice Allen key with you and use it as a self-defense weapon if you wanted to. That's about it. Yep, 199 grams for the pair with a pair of washers. So that's how much they weigh. So there you have it, the unboxing of the Favero Assioma Duo Shi, Shimano SPD SL compatible pedal axles, power meters. Oh, fuck it. Pedal power meters axles, which is, I think, quite an ingenious move on Favero's behalf, because it just opens up a lot of flexibility for end users anyway. So, and they're actually competitively priced. If you think about what you're getting a dual-sided power meter for, the retail's £555. I bought them from Sigma in the UK and paid full price. Well, actually, they were doing a discount of £25 for first orders, so I used that. I just didn't sign into my account and used the first time buyer discount of £25. So I think that'll be going until the new year. So if you are in the market for any spares, components, clothing, whatever, make sure that you use that discount code, because it's literally £25 off for nothing. All you got to do is just put the code in. So I think I'm going to go and fit them and then see what they are like. I'm hoping that they are as good as everybody says, because I mean, this is a fairly big, you know, kind of bet for me, and I really hope that I can, you know, finally start training outdoors with power and enjoy, you know, pacing myself using power rather than going by heart rate on the outdoors side of stuff anyway. So yeah, £555, I think that's money well spent, to be honest, because I don't think you're going to get as good a deal as that, and you have the flexibility of putting your own pedal body on this. If you do run Shimano pedals, you have the flexibility of exchanging it between bikes. If you do want to, you know, swap it around on your bikes. My final observation and question is it going to fit the Shimano mountain bike pedal bodies, like the SPD pedals? I think that's a valid question, and I am going to look into that, because if it does, I may find myself buying another set of these and then just fitting an XC pedal type, mountain bike type pedal body to it instead. I would imagine it requires some sort of modification, or maybe Favero kept it quiet on purpose because they don't want these specific axles being used off-road with you know, the pod being as exposed as it is. I would imagine that might be a thing. But I know that you can take their other axle or the other axle-based power meters and fit an Xpedo sort of mountain bike pedal body to them with a small amount of modification. So we'll just have to see. So thank you very much. If you've got this far, please like and subscribe. And again, apologies for the long delay in video production, but I honestly just wanted to have time off and enjoy the summer and get out there on the bike and just do some miles. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.